Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Mystery SMP. I am MrEnvelope. Hello. Today's going to be a big episode. As you can see, I have done a whole bunch of beautiful terraforming around here. I think this place just looks so much better. It's real natural, more in tune with nature. You know, we got all this wonderful stone everywhere. And I think overall, this whole area has just been vastly improved by the work I've done. But seriously guys, today we're going to be doing a really big project, one that I've been working on for probably about a month on and off. I've never done anything this big in one go, so hopefully everyone will like it. And hopefully we'll have no hiccups or anything. But as you might have seen, we have all these outlines with the chiseled stone, we have all this area cleared out and everything. We're going to be building like a spawn town. I originally wanted to build just a single shop, but I thought it would be kind of weird to just put a single building in this like big ol' area. We do have one store over there on that island from another member on the server, and with the one that I had planned, I still don't feel like it would have been enough. So instead, I decided to build a whole bunch of shops, and they're all going to mostly be empty for the most part, but it's going to give the illusion that we have like a whole bustling little port over here. I think in total, we're going to have an addition of 6 buildings around here, and then there'll be a few market stalls, and some of the buildings will have multiple stores inside of them. I've been doing a whole bunch of resource gathering and everything. There's going to be a bit of terraforming, obviously, around here, and just doing a bit of landscaping too to make things look nicer, because right now it's very rough. I think how we should get started with this though is do the first shop that I had originally planned, and the first shop was a bee shop. I wanted to sell like the honey and the honeycomb and all that other good stuff that I was farming up over at my base. And the first shop is going to actually be pretty small. It's all outlined right here, and I think it's going to look pretty good. So let's go do that. And here it is. It's very tiny. It's a very small build. This is what like I'm used to doing with most of my like projects and stuff. I usually make real tiny things because I'm very afraid to go bigger. But recently I've been like pushing myself to do things a little differently. We're gonna see that in the other builds that happen. But with a bee shop, it needs to be small because there aren't many bee blocks that really need to be sold. The inside's pretty boring, I would say, but it gets the job done for like server stuff. And I went ahead and stocked it up, even though I don't think many people are going to be shopping here. There's a few more landscaping things I need to do around here, like a few bushes, finish up this little garden bed that we'll have here, add a bunch of grass, things like that. And I think it's going to make this look a little better. Plus, I did something. Plus, we'll have a little bit of a pathway going up over here, and I think the shop's going to look just a bit nicer as you come up and, you know, enter it from down here. By the way, I think how we're going to do this episode is we're just going to do like a whole bunch of little speed buildings, come back, look around it, and then do the next one. And then at the end, we'll, you know, do the roads and other little bits of landscaping around here, like adding trees and all that stuff. So next up, we're going to do the horse stables. I got to go grab the materials, and let's jump into another time lapse. Ta-da! The stable's done, and I gotta say, I really like this build. It's very simple, but this is probably the best stable I've ever done. But also, I haven't made many stables, so that's not really saying much. There's only room for 4 horses, but I think that's good enough. And it's a little strange that there's a horse stable here, but I figure people can, you know, come down the path up here, drop their horse off, and go shopping up here, or take the road down below somewhere and do shopping that way. The main entrance is also on this side, but you can get in from the back if you need to. And the interior is not really anything special, but it is set up in a way where someone could sell stuff here. It's pretty much the whole idea with every build. They're all shops. But I also have like this empty room back here, which is big. And there's an upstairs that also is big. The only problem is I don't know where many horses are around here. I know that there's a donkey over here, but it's not really much of a horse. But he's gonna have to do. Can I fly with you? Oh, did I lose him? No, I still got him. Oh, that's so cool. Can I take off? Oh, this is probably a really bad idea. Oh no, let's take him to the water. Oh, that was perfect. That was so much skill. Oops, I knew I could do that. Yeah, I would have just ridden him over here, but I didn't have any saddles on me, and I was too lazy to go home. So, there we go. You Oh, he's not gonna come in here. Come on. There we go. Perfect. All sealed up. And now it's an active stable. Immersion just went up like 20% just because of that. Yeah, I know Trent was planning on doing a whole horse shop, so if he ever comes back, he can take this place over or completely disregard it if he wants. But that's the horse stable. I think it's looking pretty good. And you know what? I think for the rest of the builds, I'm just going to go ahead and build them. There's just like 4 more to build. They're all pretty big. I think we'll do that. So I'm going to go ahead and build the rest of these. You'll see them in a second. And then we'll come back again and talk about how much I like them. They're done, and I added a few details to some of them. I understand that a lot of these builds are not anything crazy fancy, but I tried to do some interiors for all of them, and I think the interiors are what, well, this one's a very bad example, but I feel like the interiors are what give these builds a lot more character and make them feel a little special and nicer. So going over them really quick, this first shop here is actually 4 different shops in one big building. The first one is this whole left side right here. It's a 2-story shop. Then there's a middle shop, very tiny in the very center on the bottom floor. There's another shop next door on the right side. And then the 4th shop takes up the rest of the top floor in these 2 spots right here. Some of the shops inside are themed, but for the most part, they're empty. And they don't really have like any specific thing going on. I think out of everything I built though, the green building is probably my favorite one. I think it gives off a presence of a lot of stuff happening in a relatively small space. Plus, once the road's done, I think it'll be pretty cool to walk underneath this little bit of awning right here. I really like the vibe this whole building gives off. Plus, a pretty cool secret for this building, there's actually a roof. Oh, a secret roof. No, there's like a balcony up here where if I miscalculated, I thought we'd be able to walk from here to up there, but if you can get inside, there's a little bit of a patio up here, and I don't know. It's empty right now, but you could do something here. Have some kind of party or hide stuff, you know. I think it'd be pretty cool to do something up here. And right next door to the green building, oh my god, stop. That is really annoying me. We have the bell tower. The bell tower that keeps ringing. I wasn't really sure what to do with the space down here, but I know I wanted to have like a big tower that rang with a bell. That bell needs to be stopped. For the ground floor, there's kind of like this metalworking shop here. I kind of threw this together really quickly without like a real plan in mind, and for the most part, I think it's actually pretty nice in here. I think walking by or stepping in, you definitely know what this is, what's going on in here. Got tool stations, anvils, you know, all the basic necessities of tool working. Plus back here we have a few piles of wood, because I imagine whoever's working this place is gonna need some wood for some reason. This is mostly just a detail to fill out the empty space around here. Plus we'll have some more things going on around the whole area, but we'll get to that whenever I do the roads. And for the tower itself, it's kind of unrelated to the toolsmithing shop down below, but you can come up here inside. It's kind of just like a storehouse, I guess. You can take the stairs all the way up, come and visit the bell, and jump off. No, but you can come up here and, you know... Dude, stop, please. No, but you can come up here and look around at everything. Oh, wow, that's really orange. Whew. Once everything's done, I think this will be a nice viewpoint. There's going to be like a nice portal over here, which I have not even thought about yet, but it'll be a nice portal. A little bit of a garden that way. Roads everywhere, and then the whole port area right down below. And that's the bell tower. So, okay, so next up we have the enchanting shop, which was also themed together last minute. For most of these builds, I had like the whole exterior done, but I had no ideas for the inside, so that was kind of a fun project to just throw some themes together. But coming inside, you know, it's set up like a traditional shop would be, I guess, you know, a counter space and ways to get behind the counter. But hopefully, as you step inside, you can get the idea like, oh yeah, enchanting stuff. That's what's going on here. And because this building's so big, I made a second floor, and upstairs is just more enchanting themed items. I really like the upstairs. I think it's nice and cozy up here. I like to have big open spaces, but also jam-pack a lot of knickknacks in as many corners as I can. And next door to the enchanting shop, we have the boat rental shop. This one, I came up with this one first because I knew I wanted to build this shopping center by the water, and I really wanted to try to make one of these kinds of buildings. Typically, I think it's like modeled after like a canoe shop or something, where you go into the building, rent a canoe, and then they like push you out into the water. And we have some of those around here. They're real things, I promise. And so we got little boats parked here. They're little tiny sailboats. The sails are supposed to be rolled up here. I should probably put like a wooden button on the side so it looks like, I don't know how sailboats work, but I made these and that's what they are. Again, it's another cramped up building, but I really like how this one came out too. And I'm hoping it'll look better once the roof oxidizes properly. We're actually going to have a couple more of these boats on another dock over here. So it's not like going to be too strange to see these kind of just parked here. Plus, I think it would be pretty nice to have some of the sailboats out and open, just in the water floating around, just to make this place seem a little more alive. And maybe we could trap some mobs inside too, so it looks like they're actually out using the boats. And to do that, I actually have this little plan where we drive this. I forgot to open the trapdoor. There we go. Okay. So basically, we have oars. Even though it's a sailboat, we have oars, and we can trap mobs inside, and we can sit inside. That's pretty much the best part, that I can sit inside the boat. And there we go. 2 boats, ready to go, ready to be used. But there we go, guys. That is all the buildings that we're going to be adding in this area so far. Next up is the extremely fun task of doing everything else, pretty much. We're going to have some walls over here. We're going to have a retaining wall against the ocean. So now what I have to do is go make sure I have enough resources for everything. I think we should be good to go. Obviously, I'm going to try to record it all, but I'm sure there's going to be some stuff where kind of just pops into existence. So yeah, I'll be back. Here we go. It's all done. I did it. And you know, again, a lot of these builds aren't anything special on their own, but when you throw them all together, wow. I'm super stoked about everything that's here. I'm very much liking this a lot. There's still a couple things that need like tidying up and stuff. A few more details to add, like out in the water. I do want to try to add some more boats and stuff, and give each of these market stalls like an actual personality instead of just being a bunch of copy pastes everywhere. But man, I am loving this place. I'm so happy it's finally done too, because I've had this planned out. I've had this planned out for a super long time, and to finally have it done and built feels really good. One thing that the time-lapse didn't catch were like these little back alleys over here. I kind of want to have them completely covered just so it's dark and like spooky over here. Plus over here in this corner, we actually have like a sewer entrance, I guess. I don't really know what this would be, but there's like this closed off tunnel. I think it might be kind of cool to have like an actual sewer system built under the port and maybe have a tunnel lead out to the ocean. But I think it would also be pretty cool because then we could put like farms underground and like kind of have an entrance to them. And one of the farms I need to build is a sugarcane farm because I am hurting for rockets real bad. So we'll see if I can come up with anything. Oh man, but I'm just so happy that this is done. I think this looks really cool. I'm very proud of myself for this one. And for anyone that might be interested in playing on this server, this is my Patreon server, so it is open to patrons and Twitch subs. Oh yeah, and before I forget, this is what it looks like with shaders. So yeah, very nice. Very warm with the morning sun shining on it. But anyways, guys, I need to wrap things up. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please let me know what you think of everything. I hope you like it, because I do. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.